Anything we could add to this? I like the idea here that the students or the learners take ownership over the games and over the language being used in the game. And I think that that can be very empowering for students. So I like the idea also of the game discourse is a space where they're suggesting rules, where they're playing with the language, where it's not always like just right and wrong. There's a potential for them to try new things out within the language. So we also have reinforced vocabulary, encourage students to think in English and relax. And they may already play the word games in their own language, so it would be easy for them to transfer into English. Anything you would add?
In fact, it is always connected with emotions, and if it is only the brain activity, it is remembered, it is retained, not as well as if all other aspects are involved.
Absolutely.
So even competition, it is not only excitement, which is a positive side of this, but when you lose, it is negative, and it is even remembered better than the positive one. So the students learn from that.
That's true, because they'll be like, I'll never make that mistake again. I'm remembering that word. Very nice, thanks. Anything else?
I think that the game may be very close to real life, because for students, game is real life. For adults, it's real life. I mean, for students, it's a game. They play the role, they pretend that they are, for example, they are hares, they are rabbits, or they are tigers, and it's a game. We pretend that we are somebody else, but...
Yeah, we do, don't we? We have many faces. Okay, so how we use games in the classroom typically looks like this. It could be a warm-up or icebreaker, could be to introduce a topic, could be practicing vocabulary or grammar or reviewing key concepts, right? So there's many different ways. This is not even a comprehensive list of how many ways we can use it in the classroom, but I figured it was a good basis. Okay, so our first game is Categories. Has anyone played Categories before? So Categories is quite fun. It looks a little bit like this. And we will play 2 games of Categories. To start, the concept of the game is very similar to the game that was mentioned earlier, where the students have a letter and then they have to say a word that is starting with that letter, right? So you start with a list of different categories, and these categories can be as complicated or as uncomplicated as you would like them to be. So for example, if we were to create categories, you see on our board here, we have a room for a letter, and then we have space for categories. What category would you like to put for our first? Food. Okay. And then what would you like for our second? Clothes.
Weather.
Animal.
Weather. That'll be so hard. Animal. But I'd like you to try weather.
I want to know when the word started from that we know.
That's why I said it was going to be really hard. But I'm interested to see what you can do with that. And then house will be so household items. Okay. I'll put household, and this could mean chores or items. Okay, now I need numbers. So who can give me numbers? I need 5 different numbers. 7? Woo, 7, 13, it cannot be like hundreds. 3, 5, and one more.
1.
Okay, so. Jeez. Okay, so the first thing we do is for this one, we have the letter G. So who can think of a name of a food with Grapes, okay. Next. Clothing. Gloves, nice. Animal? Goat. Goat and giraffe, okay. Weather? Gale, nice. Gale force wind. Household?
Garage.
Gadget, garage, I like it. Or gadget. Garden. Well, it's household, yeah? Okay. Garden, tools. That's household. Okay, so basically, you would have a set period of time, and individually, you would have to fill out, according to the letter, the different words, right? Like we just did. So, what I asked you for is obviously like coordinating with the specific letters of the alphabet, right? So 13 is what? M. Okay, so I'm going to give you 1 minute, and I want you to make a list of these in only 1 minute. Go. Using M.